change.
Fix the Bahamas and let's change the world.
Now it's time.
Cause we're tired of the lies, tone deaf to the poor man's cry.
Yeah, good morning to you. This is Kevin Wynn talking to you again. We've discussed the importance of addressing the national debt. We've discussed business planning, or the lack thereof, and we've discussed also the cost of doing nothing. Today I just want to briefly talk to you about some business models that we've worked on and explain to you how they work. Before I start, I'd just like to mention how I got involved with all of this. About a year or so ago, I heard that someone called me from London and said, "Do you know Mr. Dr. King?" And I said, "No, he's from the Bahamas and he has very good ideas." So I contacted him. I had the good fortune of contacting him and realizing that we had a shared vision. And I was thinking, well, at long last, someone has got the political nous or courage to drive these things forward. And I said I would support him from a business perspective. I had recently returned from Saudi Arabia and I had read their Vision 2030 70-page executive summary, and I prepared a Bahamas impact investment document for the KGM, which has been our template. It has expanded and changed slightly, and it will continue to do so, but on the basis of that, this is where we are. And then we talked about impact investment. Impact investment is about social or environmental change. Now, since I wrote this document, or prepared this document, there have been 5 companies in Frankfurt alone set up to do this. And so all over the world there is money. It was an emerging asset class, and now it is an asset class. So there are people and funds looking for projects. And Dr. King and I have several. So what I've seen so far, I've seen PLP's economic plan. Obviously that for me is just concept. There's no where, what, how, when in there, so it's just pure concept. There was a Bahamian document called Vision 2040, commissioned in 2016 at great expense from the then Bahamian government, and that was some 400 pages, which I went through. I mean, it pointed out inadequacies and failures, and a couple of recommendations, but it didn't actually say, it said to refinance this, do that, more investment here, but they didn't actually explain how they were going to do it. But my point is, from this document, what has been done? So, let me give you a quick example of what we can do. Just a couple of quick examples. For example, there is a company. The name could change. It's called the Exuma Power Company. And this will be a power station, a solar power station, to supply the island of Exuma with all its electricity needs and bring down the price per kilowatt to an affordable level. Now, how are we going to do this? There are things that we've structured corporate bonds. Now, there are banks and funds and various other green climate investment firms who are looking for product. So these bonds will be based on a future capital prediction of income. These people will invest in these bonds 3, 5 or 10 years. I will have Lloyd's underwrite these bonds so they're secure, they're safe, and they will have a fixed income return. There are many people out there willing to do that. So that's how you fund the Exuma Power. And these bonds will also roll over to fund various other power plants in other islands of the Bahamas. So there you have it. There's no cost to the government here. Second one is the, let's call it the Cat Island Water Company, a Bahamian company. We have solar-powered desalination plants, which will go in ponds or in the ocean to create clean, pure drinking water. Now, these installations, we have about 30 of them, and we have the financing. They come with 100% financing, because they know within 1 year, the equipment pays for itself. However, that's at current water prices. Say, for example, you're paying, $1 a litre. We want to charge 30 cents a litre, and therefore we're not going to pay for this equipment in 1 year. We'll pay for it in 3 years. But there's a benefit there. So that's how we finance a clean water on Cat Island. Now, another way, we've got, if the government, for example, tells the large hotels, hospitals, government buildings to reduce their water heating bill, to reduce their emissions from heating water by 60%. People will complain, oh, there's a cost, we can't afford this, you can do it over 10 years, we can't do it over 2 years. I will tell them, I will put in equipment in their boiler rooms for no capital outlay. How does that work? Well, we have the technology provider who will put the equipment in, and they will finance this over 10 years.
We need a change. Fix the Bahamas and let's change the world.
Now it's time.
Cause we're tired of the lies, tone deaf to the poor man's cry.
Now it's time.